Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Oh my goodness, I'm actually doing this and I'm keeping up with posting videos and coming up with new content, so I'm really excited. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos that I have been putting out. If there's something you want to see, as always, just let me know, put it in the comments, and I'll be sure to go ahead and look at those and start making some different videos. Or if you even like the videos that I am doing, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And as always, hit subscribe, which you're probably going to want to, because I'm making some big changes and I'm really excited. I've made a lot of plans. There's been a lot of work that's been put into the changes that I'm going to be doing very soon. So look out for that. Hit subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll have the links below, but I'm at CattleBeeFF5. You can always find that in the description. So go ahead and keep up with me, and big changes coming. So get ready. Hold on to your seat because I'm like so excited. This has taken me a really long time, and I'm just so I can't wait for you guys all to see what I have in store. Anyways, on to the video. Today I figured I'd talk about my record collection because I've talked about my love for classic films, and I like a lot of things from the bygone eras, mainly things that are from like the 30s, 40s, and 50s. I really enjoy learning more about what life was like back then, what was popular, what people listened to, what they watched, what they wore, what they ate. I think it's just so interesting to see different walks of life, especially when it's life from where I'm at right now, if that makes any sense. Like the United States. It's interesting to see how much it's changed over the years, and to see that I'm in an area that was completely different, 70 years ago. Like, everything that I know wasn't here. And I think that's so interesting. That kind of relates to my love for history and learning new things. So an easy way for me to learn more about people's lives from back then is to get in touch with their culture and kind of what they did, listen to their music, wear their clothes. Also, another reason I'm making this video is because I was talking to a friend and I was like, oh yeah, well the radio in my car doesn't play music from my phone, so I have to bring CDs. And he was like, what? You listen to CDs still? There's like, people don't listen to CDs anymore? Oh my gosh. I mean, I thought I was moving forward, not having a tape player in my car, but some people don't. Woo-wee! I'm living in the past. And to prove that, I have some records. And some of these are ones that I just picked up that looked cool, or some of these are from artists that I really enjoy. So why don't I show you some of my records? I have this big band collection. And it's really great. It has a bunch of different records in it. Oh, wait a second. Shoot, I forgot this was in here. I have the Beatles record, A Hard Day's Night. Let me tell you, it's a little bit warped. Yeah, you can see it's just like right here. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it kind of divots in. And as always, if you haven't had a record before, don't put your fingers on the record. Try your best to avoid as much contact as possible because your fingers have oils on it and it can ruin and scratch the record. So just be mindful of that when you buy a record, because I know records are coming back in style. The Beatles always put their music on quality material. So this record still plays like a not necessarily a brand new record. There's a couple scratches, but that divot, the record player can still pick up. And that's really cool. I forgot I had it. I'm so glad I made this video. But big band hits, like side one of this record has The Lady is a Tramp, ooh, by Roger's Heart. Who, ? By Harbuck Hammerstein II Kern. Music, Maestro Please, Madison Rubel, Boogie Woogie Smith. Wow, I gotta listen to this more often. I really love big band music. I think it's great. I love listening to my grandma. She during her prom, she had a live band, and they played big band music. Her high school, I think, rented out a really big space, and everyone just kind of came together and they were dancing, and they don't do that anymore. When I went to prom, shoot, we went to this strange place no one had ever heard of. A lot of things happened. If you want to know what happened during my prom, like, it was a crazy night, let me know. That'll be a different video. So, big band music, I really love. I know I have a lot of big band music in my records because I just love it. Liz Brown, and his orchestra, totally recommend listening to it. So much fun. This one has like Leapfrog, Invitation to the Blues, Flip LID, A Kiss to Remember. I've Got My Love to Keep Me Warm. This is a fun record. Oh my goodness. Ooh. I have The Billboard, Requested by You. Fun fact, I actually got this record because of Doris Day. I absolutely love her. You guys have all heard my spiels in my previous videos, but that's usually referring to her acting. If you didn't know, she did a lot of big band music back in the day. She started out singing, and then she kind of moved on into acting. Doris Day actually wanted to do a lot of dancing, but she was in a car accident that kind of set her back, and her knee was, I believe it was her knee. It was never the same afterwards, so she couldn't do dancing anymore, so that's why she was doing acting. I'm like, well, that kind of worked out. So on this record, April in Paris by Doris Day. There's also Deep Purple by Harry James, Laura by Woody Herman, Stardust by Paul Weston, Lover, Andre Kostelanetz. Ooh, How High the Moon by Benny Goodman. I love Benny Goodman. His music is just, oh, it's so good. When I have a day off, I'm totally listening to Sherlock Holmes Adventures. In case you didn't know, radio was the thing before, way before Netflix, way before TV. People would sit around the radio and just listen to what was going on. And some of those stories are on YouTube. So look those up and listen to them because it engages your imagination. I think it's crazy that everyone will see a different picture from it. So I have Sherlock Holmes. I've listened to part of it, and it's really good. It's like an audiobook, but you're put into the story more. At least that's how I feel when I'm listening to it, because there's an ambiance created. Okay, so I have War of the Worlds. This, if you haven't heard of it, what rock have you been under? So, Orson Welles, you may have watched some of his movies, you may have listened to some of his radio shows. This is probably one of the most popular radio shows of all time because of what happened. So, they played this on the radio, and it was in different segments, and they didn't necessarily say that it was nonfiction and that it wasn't happening. Essentially, it was saying that aliens were coming and they were killing people and like taking over everything, and everyone believed them. And so anyone who was listening to the show burst into chaos. Everyone thought aliens had landed. And it's crazy. This went on for a while, and it caused disruption across everything, and they got in a lot of trouble for playing it, but they couldn't get in too much trouble because it was a radio show. It's like watching TV and then getting all upset because, say, it was a zombie apocalypse, so you lock yourself in your house and then you complain that it was the show's fault. It wasn't. I mean, come on. It's a TV show. But yeah, a lot of people believe that this was really happening and that aliens had landed. It's crazy. You can find this all over. It's really great to listen to. Really important part of history. Glenn Miller. I absolutely love Glenn Miller. A lot of big bands. I also have this, The Decade of the 40s. This is really cute, actually. It opens up. So this is the inside. So it's like a little book. And I just gotta be careful here. It opens up into a poster. It's really cool looking. Let's see what's on here. I have some more Glenn Miller, some Perry Como, Vaughn Monroe and his orchestra, Tommy Dorsey and his orchestra, Pat Suzuki, A lot of great music. I really love music from the 40s. It helps me calm down. Oh my gosh, we reached it. I love this. Oh my gosh. So, I am obsessed with the Monkees. I love their music. They had a TV show that I absolutely love. I haven't watched their movie yet. So I have this one. It's just titled The Monkees. Then I have Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Ltd. This one's a good one. Let me think, which one? Do I have a favorite on this? Oh, I like Cuddly Toy. Oh, and I really like Words. Interesting fact about the Monkees, they didn't form the band. You had to audition to get into the band. And you have, let me show you. You have Mike, Mickey, Peter, and Davey. And fun fact about Mike, when this guy right here, he always wore a beanie. When he came into the audition, the story goes, he rolled up on a motorcycle with his laundry slung on his back, and he walked into the audition room. He did his audition. They're like, I don't know. And he's like, I don't need this job. You guys need me. So give me a call when you figure that out. And walked off and drove away on his motorcycle, and he got called back and he got the part. And I'm just like, whoa, that's crazy. I also have Headquarters. Let's see, what's one of my favorite songs on this one? I Can't Get Her Off My Mind. I really like that one as well. So the Monkees, they were also a band in the 60s. They have a very Beatles vibe. And what's really cool is that the Monkees were fans of the Beatles, but the Beatles were fans of the Monkees. And they met once and they talked about that, and it was just, I think that's so cool when you create a name for yourself. I think some people forget that you're also a fan of other artists. Even though you're a big name in that industry, it's, I mean, people still like other people's art. And I think that's great. Oh, I also have Peter Gunn. Peter Gunn was a show I really, really like. Henry Mancini. Oh my gosh. I love his music. It's instrumental and it's just listen to it. I don't have my record player going. I don't have it in here. Actually, it's not hooked up. But Henry Mancini, I love. His music is so great. He does like the elephant walk and it's super cute. When I was in band, we played a piece called Mancini Magic, so it was a lot of Henry Mancini's pieces put together into one song, and that was just such a fun song to play. If you played that in band, let me know because I think it's totally cute. American Graffiti. I love this movie. It's crazy. It's just a movie about people driving around. It's George Lucas's first feature-length film. You'll see a ton of familiar faces. Let's see a little Han Solo in there. It's really cool. I love the movie. The record itself is, the case is really cool. So it has the little waitress on her roller skates rolling out to give you your food. This is supposed to be, I think, is it 2 or 4 disc set? 4 record set. I only have 1. That's just how I got it. Everything I have is secondhand, so. Ooh, I have the Beach Boys. I forgot about that. I love the Beach Boys. Oh, they're so good. I just love how easygoing and how upbeat their music sounds. This is the only record I own of theirs. I have some CDs of their music. I really like When I Grow Up to Be a Man. I think that's so cute. Do You Want to Dance? Dance, Dance, Dance. A Young Man Is Gone. This Car of Mine. It's really cute, and also I love the cultural significance of the Beach Boys and how they created kind of that beach vibe. So that's what people think of when they think of beach music. I find that super interesting, and especially like surfing and the surfer bum. Surprisingly, I took a course on the history of surfing, and it changed the way I look at surfers, because you have the stereotype that was built by the commercial side of the surfing industry, and then you have the actual surfers who are passionate about it, and they're environmentalists, and they're very athletic, and it's very interesting. I love that course. Ooh! I have American Graffiti Volume 3. Let's see, what's on here that I love? Oh, Donna by Ritchie Valens. It's so good. I love Ritchie Valens and his music. Surfer Girl by the Beach Boys. Rave On by Buddy Holly. Oh, Buddy Holly. I love Buddy Holly too. What's another one I really enjoy? Oh, then you have La Bamba by Ritchie Valens. Let me tell you, I love Ritchie Valens. Those are some of my favorites from this one. This is what the record art or the album art looks like. Not as fun as the last one, but I think it's always cool to look at how this layout is. And it's really interesting because nowadays we have a lot of music that we stream and we purchase online. And you get the album art, but you don't actually get to pick up and feel it and look at it and open it up. And I think it's kind of like the same argument as audiobooks or digital books versus the actual book and reading it. I think you have a different experience because part of listening to a record is taking it out of its album and placing it down and putting the needle on the record and then listening to that empty space that leads up to the first song. I think that's all a part of the experience, and it's not nostalgic. I don't think that's the right word because I never lived through that time. For others, I think it could be, but it does give that nostalgic feeling for a time that I wasn't around for, and that's just, it's the same thing where it's creating that, it's putting you in that time that you weren't there for, and it's, oh man, I love just living different experiences. It's just, life is so crazy. I love it. There's so many different things to do. And I saved perhaps the best for last. Elvis. I have a few different albums of his. This is my second Elvis album. And oh, would you look at that? My third Elvis album happens to be Volume 3. So I grew up listening to Elvis. He would constantly be playing whether we were driving somewhere on a road trip or if we were cooking dinner. If we sat down and ate dinner, usually we'd play some Elvis music. If we were cleaning, Elvis was constantly played in my household. And I basically grew up like Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. I mean, Elvis is the king. I love him. He's the king of rock and roll. If you listen to some of his songs that were recorded live from a concert, then you will definitely know that I would be one of those girls who are screaming their hearts out and probably wouldn't be able to speak for the next week because I love Elvis. I love Elvis. I Surrender. I Gotta Know. I Feel So Bad. He Touched Me. Lead Me, Guide Me. Amazing Grace. That's Alright. You're a Heartbreaker. I'll Never Let You Go. I Love You Because. Elvis, a big thing was that when he started becoming bigger and bigger, TV was starting to become bigger and bigger and people would record their concerts and you could watch it, and Elvis could only be filmed from the waist up. Like his first time recording, they got the big shot of him where it was his full body, and the way he was moving his hips, the TV studio said, no, we can't show this to our audiences. This is like rated R stuff. It's crazy. I can't believe they wouldn't allow that to be shown on TV, and it just kind of goes to show how much times have changed. Yeah, I mean, I see some things on TV and I'm like, whoa, okay, I did not sign up for this. I guess I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, you know? And then you think about what wasn't allowed back then and it's completely different. Elvis actually started singing because he wanted to record something for his mom, and he went into the studio and recorded it, and people who listened to it was like, you gotta do this professionally. You have such a gift. And Elvis, for his early work, he didn't take voice lessons, but you can definitely see that shift from kind of this young man who's just very passionate and putting everything he has into his music, this transition into this professional singer who has this elegance and this grace, who's still putting that passion into his music. Just listen to all of Elvis's music. I love Elvis. So that's part of my record collection. If you still want to see the other part, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I will make another video on that. I'm so happy to share with you some of the things that make me happy. I mean, just looking through these albums have created such a joy within me, and I'm so excited to just pop these on the record player and just sit down and listen to music for a day when I have time off. Also, share with me if you have records. Like, what records do you have? Who do you listen to? Is there certain bands or certain genres that you listen to? Are you a big collector, or did you just start with maybe a more modern record and now you're into collecting other records? Let me know. And as always, like this video, subscribe, share with everyone you know, and thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Do something for yourself today. Self-care is a must, and I'll see you guys next video, alright? Bye.